Alright, what's up, guys? We're here for another episode. Welcome back to Two Fish Tacos.
Two Fish Tacos.
Would you like to say what we're going to go over today?
Yeah, so...
Mr. Rona?
No, it's just the water.
That's what they all say.
So, today we are going to be talking about the best benders from each style of bending. And, just for a little throw one in there, we're also going to talk about the best non-benders.
Yeah, so just so we can get that out of the way already, we'll just go over non-bending right now. So,
Okay.
just so we can like save the better stuff for the end, you know? You know. Alright, so let's go over everyone, like non-benders that like qualify, we should even like mention.
Sokka.
Obviously.
Suki. Asami.
Ty Lee
and May. Okay, yeah.
Is there any other, like, I guess you could say crazy non-benders from Legend of Korra?
That I can think of? No. Not that I can think
like,
of.
trying to think, like, no, I don't think there's, like, any other, like, actual non-benders that are, like, pretty crazy from Legend of Korra. So, let's go over who's the best and why.
Okay, so, we're gonna save Sokka for last. I want to talk about Asami. Fuck Asami. Strong opinion, but the right one.
Real quick. Do you just not like her character? Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. If I'm not looking at character, she did pretty good, though, fighting actual benders, though.
Yes, yeah.
She did do pretty good, especially with that, like, electric glove hand thing she had. And then she was also, like, just pretty good, like, hand-to-hand combat either way.
Right.
Like, even though her character, you're very opinionated about, if we only look at her fighting capability, she's a pretty good fighter.
It was fine. I mean, like, obviously, it was mainly that glove and whatever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I feel like if she was somebody who I think, obviously, she, you know, was able to get that, again, the glove and whatever, everything that she was able to do with the technology that she had. I feel like if she would have just thought about the stuff that she did a little bit more, she could have been a way better fighter.
The only thing I would kind of say against Asami is that she's really the only non-bender in that series.
Yeah.
Like in Atla, there's several. Like most of the people we're talking about right now, they're all pretty much from Atla. Asami's the only one from Legend of Korra, so it's like they kind of had to like make her OP. So there's like really, I guess you could say, no one to compare her to, kind of, you know.
Yeah, I get you, but here's what I'm gonna say. She's the only non-bender in that show with a name to a face, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you still have people in the equalists who were the chi blockers, like Ty Lee was, right? And they, you know what I mean, chi blocking kind of evolved a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a little bit different. But I mean, they were also really good at what they did. You know?
Yeah,
like, very, very
we'll
good.
Definitely talk about chi blocking once we get to Ty Lee.
But I mean, the only reason we're not talking about them is because they don't have a name to put to a face. You know what I mean, it's just they're the equalists.
No, but here's the thing, like Ty Lee, we'll just talk about her now. Ty Lee was so OP in Atla because like chi blocking wasn't that common. First off.
Oh yeah, she invented it. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she was the one who actually invented it, but chi blocking, like no one else really saw that before. But then also like in Legend of Korra, they needed like mass numbers of a villain that they could just kind of like beat up, like so they just made like all of like the grunts chi blockers. So like in my opinion, they kind of did the chi blockers bad, but still we see them like basically beat the crap out of Korra and Mako. Yeah, they basically beat Korra and Mako, and then Sami came in and saved them.
Yeah, right.
But so Ty Lee, she's a pretty dang good non-bender, especially for being able to go up against other benders and do so good. Because like when Sokka and Katara went up against Ty Lee and May won. And then Appa came in and wrecked them.
Beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, he literally was just like, get the fuck out of here. And then flew off with them. But yeah, I mean, both Ty Lee and May are really good fighters.
Right.
And like now going into May, she was like the master of throwing knives.
Throwing like projectiles, I guess, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go back to Ty Lee because we didn't really talk about her much. She invented chi blocking. Again, I don't know why I keep saying that, but she did. So
I'm
again,
giving credit where it's due.
right? Everybody, like you said, was not really familiar with that style of fighting because chi blocking. Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, at least it's attacking, but it's all like airbending. It's like evasive, staying away, and then attacking the right points. So it did help that she was flexible as fuck too.
Yeah.
Like it really helped that she was really flexible.
Yeah, she was a really good fighter.
But I feel like if you put her, like prime her into Legend of Korra, I don't think she'd be as effective as all those grunts were, just because she invented it. But it wasn't so like evolved.
Yeah, like that makes sense because like whenever anything first like comes out, everyone's like, "Yo, what the heck?" Like they don't know what to do against it. They don't know what's happening.
Right.
But once now it's like just such a common thing that you have like grunts that's their whole thing, then it's like obviously it's still effective as we can see, but it's not as like crazy. Like people can still expect it and like know how to counter and stuff like that.
Right.
So let's just kind of like go down the list. So if we put Asami and Ty Lee in a fight, who would win it?
Ty Lee.
You really think so?
I mean, okay, she's not just there to like chi blocking isn't just. I mean, it's mainly like
Against bending.
against bending, but if you use it in the right spot or on the right places, you can. Well, not even just in the right fucking places.
wait, when
if you
they
use
fought-
it, you can put them on the ground.
When
That's
they
it.
fought Suki and like all the other Kyoshi warriors, did
Because-
Ty Lee like basically make them go all limp too?
She did.
Oh,
That's
okay.
that's what chi blocking is. Is like, it's not so much just counterattacking bending. It's counterattacking everybody because you're hitting like the nerve points.
Yeah, just make them go limp.
And yeah, they go limp. And as a bender, that's why it's so effective against a bender. Is that you can't
That's
move.
their main thing.
You can't move your arms. You can't bend. But I mean, for anybody, you can't move anything. You can't bend anything.
Yeah.
You can't attack either. So, I think
Even
Tyler
if
knows.
like, what do you call it? Asami has her glove.
Even if she has her glove, because that's gonna be her main attack, obviously.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you, like I said, if Asami would have thought a little bit more about some of the stuff that she did, she could have been a way better fighter. I feel like if they did fight her and Ty Lee, there goes the cardboard. I feel like if Asami and Ty Lee did actually go at it, that glove is gonna be like the first couple of moves for Asami. It's just gonna be this.
Trying to put it out there, and then Ty Lee's just gonna counter.
Yeah, that's it. Like she's probably gonna stay like this for most of the fight just to have it there.
Then
Or-
she's pretty much done.
She does her little chi blocking bullshit here. Oh, no, I can't use this anymore.
Yeah, like her main only attacker
Yeah.
is gone. So Ty Lee better than Asami. We don't have to like rank them all, but we can just like establish like who's like kind of like better. But
Now, May.
do you
No.
think May would be Ty Lee? Because she's gonna obviously stay more back. She's a bit more. of a
She
distance
knows
fighter.
Ty Lee. She knows Ty Lee, and she knows her own style, which is like just projectiles, throwing whatever the fuck she has, throwing stars, throwing knives, anything that she can that's sharp.
I've never seen her use throwing stars. I thought she only had like knives.
No, those are stars. Those are throwing stars.
I thought she only had knives. Whatever. Projectiles.
Projectiles. That is something I don't think Ty Lee could even like counter herself. I mean, unless she got super up close.
Because obviously, like, let's say like they started like 20 feet apart. May's obviously gonna want to keep the distance and probably make it greater. Ty Lee's gonna try her best to close it. So if she can't close it in time, she's probably gonna lose.
Right. I feel like Ty Lee has like a max of like.
But she's still
30
like
seconds.
very agile. So I don't doubt that she could probably get close. And then if she gets close enough, it's pretty much over for May because she's.
Yeah, but I mean, what are the chances she gets that close? I feel like her like she has a max of like 30 seconds to get in at least like whatever attack like striking distance is for her.
Well, 30 seconds in a fight is still a lot of time.
Okay, but she's got her throwing whatever.
Well, she definitely doesn't have
projectiles.
unlimited stuff.
Obviously, but I mean, she knows how to use them.
Yeah, okay, so we're a bit split on those two, but I know I love Suki, but she's not that good of a fighter.
She's a Kyoshi warrior. Yes, she is. She's a
No,
perfect fighter.
we've seen her gone up against Ty Lee and May, and she's lost several times to them.
What about the general?
What about the general?
or the general in the camp for like the prisoners for the Fire Nation.
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
What was it?
She's badass. I remember I know
Remember
what
that
scene you're
scene?
talking about. I know what scene you're talking about. She's badass, but comparing her to some of the other fighters we've seen in the show, dude, you know how much I love Suki as a character too. But I have to say, what we've seen her like fight other non-benders, she hasn't done as good. That's something we know. We've seen in the show.
How many times has she fought other non-benders besides Sokka? Like, she fought Sokka like a couple times, like sparring.
Yeah,
but
first time she won, second time Sokka won.
With Ty Lee and May, it was like once. It was only once, wasn't it?
Even if it was just once, she still lost.
How early in the show was it?
I'm pretty sure it was like when they found Appa. And
well, there you go. Well, Azula was there too.
okay, but Azula didn't fight Suki.
Yeah, she did.
She did?
Yeah, it was Azula and Suki.
Well, then who did Ty Lee fight?
Her and May just fought the other Kyoshi warriors.
Okay, the Kyoshi warriors are good, but think of it this way: all the more main characters are gonna get a chance to basically show off on like whatever grunt villains there are in the show. Everyone gets that chance to show how strong they are against grunts, but against each other, even if it was Azula, whatever. I still think like Suki, like I said, she's a good warrior. She's strong for her age, but I don't think I don't think she's the best non-bending fighter. She could be better than Ty Lee or May.
She's better than May, not Ty Lee. But yeah, she's better than May. She's not better than Ty Lee, even though May is better than Ty Lee. But
Rock, paper,
she's
scissors.
not. I know that's confusing.
Okay. You were saying that May could beat May could beat Ty Lee because she's a distant fighter. So then what about
If Suki,
because she's a close fighter? Everyone is a close combat fighter besides May and Sokka. Everyone is close combat.
Yeah.
Because if you're saying May can beat Ty Lee, you're gonna basically say she could beat any non-bender because everyone else is hand combat, really.
I mean,
That's what you're saying.
well, here's what I think. If it was May versus Suki, that's it. Suki comes out on top. That's what I think. But if you put Suki and Ty Lee's gonna come out on top. And I know that's confusing.
It's just your rock, paper, scissors situation.
Pretty much. Okay, so I would put Suki as like a to be decided kind of column.
Same with the three people we were discussing, but obviously now we need to discuss the best non-bender of all, Sokka. I don't know if we mentioned anyone else, but obviously Sokka is the best non-bender the show has seen for the simplest reason that he mastered like every non-bending art in each,
every
like
single
culture, I guess you
nation.
want to say, yeah.
He's such a badass. Sokka.
Like, what do you call it? He mastered the sword from Firebenders. He mastered the boomerang from the Water Tribe. Mastered what do you call it? What was it like from Airbending?
He
like inventing shit.
Yeah, he was inventing, like he invented the air balloon. He invented submarines. Fucking smart.
And what do you call it? Yeah, he's actually really smart. And then what do you call it for earthbending? What was it from earthbending?
What was it?
Because I know, like, I've seen several things like saying like he mastered something.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of different things for earthbending that they say he did. I don't remember any of them. Like, I've seen so many.
Because he has the boomerang, he has a sword, he has his smarts, he has
what was it? When he was in the Earth Kingdom, what did he do? Bossing Say, I guess.
I'm trying to remember. And whatever.
He mastered each form. Every single form.
Yeah. And then if we really want to discuss it, when Azula was facing off everyone.
I've mentioned this in the past.
Yeah.
And
the thing she defended was the boomerang.
Oh my god. She saw Sokka as the biggest threat in that group. Fuck that boomerang. Get that out of here. Put this in perspective. I'm pretty sure Iroh was there, and he shot his lightning. And if she deflected that first, that means his fucking boomerang
was more powerful than lightning.
Oh my gosh.
No, but like I feel like a lot of people are gonna be like, but we see Sokka get beat so many times. Like,
yeah, because he's the comic relief.
Yeah,
that has to happen.
He's the comedic relief or whatever in the show, so he does just kind of get thrown around. But in the final battle, he fucking whoops ass. Like, he goes full sicko mode at that point.
I mean, poor him having to lose his space sword.
I know. It was Space Sword or Toph.
I can't even make that joke. I was gonna make the joke, I can't. Oh man. Ooh, Toph is just too much.
So, we both are in agreement that Sokka is the best non-bender.
I hate that word, but yes.
Okay, we're settled. Alright, now since you mentioned Toph, let's just go to earthbending. Alright, so the people we're gonna mention here are, tell me if there's anyone else that are like important to bring up.
I'll let you know.
Toph, Boomy, Bolin, Kyoshi. I think that's it. I mean, we can
what
mention...
about Toph's daughters?
Yeah, I was gonna say that right now. Toph's daughters.
So, there's like Lin. There's Lin, the chief of police.
And then the other one that's in like the Metal City.
Yeah.
Both of them are metal benders.
Right, but I mean, who's the best metal bender? Not out of the two of them, out of everyone. Yeah.
You want to discuss who's the best metal bender?
No. We're discussing earthbending, which is, it has metal bending in it.
Okay.
So we're going to it
overall.
Point,
okay.
Yes.
No, you brought up metal bending.
I know, but I'm just saying because that kind of determines
obviously not Korra.
Yeah.
She metal bent a bit, but like it was like barely. So really, it's between the two sisters, because like what you're saying for Ty Lee, Toph invented metal bending, but she's not like the best at it. It's like evolved. Because we don't see her, like her metal bending is more like rusted kind of bit.
Hang on. She was able
like it's sloppy.
She...
No, I mean she has good control, but no. Think of like the sisters. They both like were able to make that metal armor so quick.
Right, but that's not, the thing is, that's not what Toph is trying to do. She's not going for like the defense, because even though she's blind, everything she does is on the attack. Everything. I mean, unless is what I'm gonna bring.
What's the best metal bending thing Toph has done?
What's the best one? I mean, she made a suit of metal in the Fire Nation air balloon thing, or whatever the fuck it was. You remember that? When?
Oh shit! Okay, then never mind. She did that way before them. Then.
And that was fucking awesome.
I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, I know you did, because I just fucking told you. But there's that, and I know you were saying she's rusty.
Didn't get it because I said metal bending.
I get it.
I wanted to say the pun, okay?
When Korra is poisoned, right, by, I think was it the Red Lotus?
Oh yeah, and then she's the one who...
And she was the one who was like, wait, there's still metal in your body, you dumbass. And she, what, where? You guys can't figure it out? Y'all are stupid. And she took it out herself. She was able to find out that there was still the poison metal in her.
That was one of the sisters.
No, that was Toph. Toph figured it out, and she was like scolding them.
No, I thought it was... Because I know she got most of it out. And then she told Korra, oh, you're being too much of a baby. Since I can't take it out, since you like keep whining, you're going to have to figure it out on your own. And then I think she went to the sister like in the Metal City. And I know, because I know for a fact, the sister from the Metal City is the one who took it out of Korra after her fight with the Equalist guy. Or no, not
sure?
Equalist guy. Look it up
Zahir.
right now.
It was Zahir.
Zahir. I'm pretty sure after that battle, it was the lady from the Metal City. Go on your phone right now. Look it up.
No, we're doing this.
All right, whatever.
I'll take your word for it.
I'll give more credit where it's due, since Toph removed more, I guess you could say.
Listen,
than the other ones.
Say what you want about all the other earthbenders. Toph, I am not budging on this. Toph is the best earthbender.
Okay, I can easily say for Earthwise, her daughters are not better. Easily, they are not better. the only people, there's the only one really that could like I guess compare somewhat is Boomy. But real
Boomy's
quick
badass.
before we go to Boomy, Bolin, fuck him. It's so stupid that he was even able to lava bend in the first place.
Okay, are you saying fuck his character or fuck his earthbending prowess?
His character is not. It's like all right, it's average.
Because I don't hate his character.
Yeah, but I just don't like the fact that out of nowhere he just started lava bending. That part I found really dumb in the show.
I thought that was really like to me. A lot of the stuff that happened in that show was really forced, like for bending.
Yeah.
Like when Korra learned how to airbend. The fuck was that? When Bolin learns how to fucking lava bend.
Boomy learns to airbend.
Boom. Well, that was a little bit
I like
different.
that one more because it's Boomy, but okay,
That was a little bit
getting a little
different.
sidetracked, but
You know what I mean?
Bolin's earthbending.
His lava bending, right? It was. Some people are saying like, oh, it was in a time of crisis, so his mind was like, oh, we have to force. Fuck that. You're supposed to work on it for however long it takes, you know.
It was just a really all or nothing gamble right there.
Yeah, and like he like literally like he didn't know what he was doing. He just straight up went, oh,
Yeah, he was.
it worked.
The show was like, oh, he can't metal bend, so we're just gonna give him lava bending. But just talking about his bending wise, he's not horrible, but he's not great either.
If you put him even against not Opal because she was an airbender, if you put him even up against like maybe Lynn or her sister.
Well, they definitely have a lot more experience over him too, so
Lynn,
they would easily.
sister, Toph definitely would kick his ass.
Yeah.
All of those people, he's going out. He put him up against Kyoshi.
We didn't even. Okay, Kyoshi. The greatest feat she did was separating the land and then pushing it
That was
all the way out.
Fucking crazy.
So, but like that's really the all we have on Kyoshi. So
that should explain like everything about her though.
I know.
Literally
So-
divided a whole continent.
So then, does that mean she's the best earthbending then? Because we never saw Toph come as close to that power. If you say like, I guess you could say like one of the more impressive things Toph did was when she did like that, like turn like the dirt basically like into a wave and like perfectly went around the circle of her family and like hit everyone else. Like that takes a lot of skill already to have control of where it goes and have it like move like that. But we don't see Toph like dividing continents.
Here's the only thing I'm gonna say.
Avatar?
Like in defense of that. Yeah, it's from the comics, which I didn't read, but I read like online. So I read online something about this. Toph, when she was, it only took place like this part of the comic, maybe a couple of years after the end of the Last Airbender. They're in Ba Sing Se, I think it's Ba Sing Se, and like they're underground, and all of a sudden, like the city starts crumbling down, but it starts crumbling down to where everyone is underground. So what does she do? There's like 100, 200 maybe people down there. So you can already imagine how many people that would fill up in a small space. Immediately, Toph like earth bends all the walls around them, and to hold the all the stuff there. She holds it there for almost, I think it was like a day or two without anything, just to make sure everybody stays safe.
Oh, and I mean that's kind of in defense of her, but I just remembered like from the actual show when she held the whole library up.
Oh my god,
Because that's an actually really big library.
that was crazy.
But once again, the library, as big as you want to say that building isn't
It's
I
not
think
a
gonna
continent.
compare to continent.
Right.
And Boomy, just so we can get to him real quick, he's a good bender, really fucking good. Especially like one of the craziest things I really like that he did was when he just fell back into the ground and just
That was
like
cool.
just basically teleported. Like that's something to have a lot of control over. But
What about when he lifted up the statue again? In what was that city called?
Boston City,
No, the other city.
Boomy City. We're gonna call it Boomy City because I
Boomy
don't
City.
remember this name.
When he took back Boomy City from the Fire Nation, you know, he took out all the firebenders or whatever, and then, you know, you see him like, "Ugh," and he's pushing back up the fucking statue.
I don't remember how big it was. I don't remember.
That thing was huge, dude. It was huge.
How many Boomies tall is it?
How many Boomies tall?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 1,000 boomies.
So would you say it's like the size of the Statue of Liberty?
A little bit smaller.
Okay. I mean, but once again, I think that statue's smaller than the library. Like, especially weight-wise, especially with, like, just how structured a library, like, of that size would be.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we could say that Toph is better than Boomy. Yes?
Definitely.
Okay, so I'm going to say this. I'm going to word it like this so you can be happy. From what we've seen in the show, just from the show alone, only the show, Kyoshi is a better earthbender, but since we've seen Toph do more, and then she even invented metal bending, dude. Okay,
I know what you're getting at. I get it. It makes sense.
I know. Okay, we both love Toph. I can tell you love Toph a bit more, but like, we need to just comprehend splitting a continent.
Yeah. Okay, yes, I understand.
Because did she go into the Avatar state for that?
Yes.
She did?
Yes.
Okay. Because...
all she did was what Patrick said. Why don't we just take the continent and push it somewhere else? I mean, it's not that impressive if Patrick can do it.
Dude, Patrick's like the most powerful anime character ever. What are you talking about?
Fine. Kyoshi, Toph, and then everybody else can fight for whatever.
Yeah, so Kyoshi's the best earthbender.
I don't want to shake on that because...
It's like a very close, just because we've seen Toph do so much and we only saw Kyoshi do one thing, but still, it was a lot. Alright, so, what do you want to talk about next?
We can do water. No, did we do waterbending?
No, we've only done non-bending and earthbending.
Okay, yeah, we can do waterbending.
Alright, waterbending. Katara, the no arms girl from the Red Lotus.
Master Paku.
That's the guy from the Northern Water Tribe. That taught Aang was sexist.
The Bloodbender lady.
Korra, since she's originally a waterbender. Is that it? Really?
So like
I mean, we could mention the swamp people, but like,
I mean, that was pretty impressive. They were able to bend the water in the vines. Okay, we'll give it to the swamp people.
Next is Ben. No, but I mean, they did really good in the final battle, though.
They actually did pretty good, yeah.
Like that one guy that had the actual swamp monster. Like he tanked a lot of damage and was able to keep going.
I respected his philosophies too. Pants are just an illusion.
Oh well, no, don't get demonetized. So swamp people, let's just get them out of the way. They're good. They're not. They're definitely not the worst waterbenders.
Yeah, we can at least put them above the worst, right?
Yeah, and the worst is probably out of who we've mentioned is Master Paku. Who do you think he's better than?
The waterbending lady from Red Lotus.
No, dude.
This is what I want to say about her. Okay. 70 years had passed between Avatar and Legend of Korra, right?
Okay.
70 years. Heard that one. 70 years.
Okay.
In that 70 years, every single type of bending, I guess except for airbending, had evolved like crazy.
Okay.
Everything. I mean, metal bending got way more common. Lightning bending became incredibly more easy to use. You know,
which both of us don't like, but we'll get into that another time.
Everything became way easier. For her to be without arms and to be able to bend at all, fucking awesome.
No, okay,
I can say that
real quick, for the whole easier part, I wouldn't say as much. It's just that those were newer kind of then, and then it was brought to light then, and still not everyone could metal bend. It was just like, for example,
we're talking about water bending.
I know, but you brought up that, so
I said common. I said the lightning bending was easier.
No, I mean, it's obviously going to be more common because it was literally invented in Avatar.
Yes,
but whatever. Like, I could kind of try to understand what you're trying
everything
to say.
evolved, right?
Okay.
Like all of the styles had evolved. Everything was just upped. Like the ante was upped. For her, first thing, I'll give her credit For her to not have any fucking arms and still be able to bend, that's awesome. Like, good for you. For her to not be able to do almost anything, though?
What do you mean anything? Because
To
bloodbending
me,
is like the only sub-bending to water. Besides, like,
no,
body
I don't mean
control.
sub-bending. I mean water bending. All she could do was the arms. After that, she couldn't do, like, anything that any of the modern benders at that point could do at all. And yes,
Well, I
she
mean,
has no arms.
Yeah.
But
And you said yourself you kind of need arms to control. So if she doesn't have those, then what can she do?
okay, but
I haven't
you put
seen any
if you put
waterbender use their foot.
if you put her, I mean, when that bloodbender lady was captured, she was strained by her arms and her legs, so she could. Yeah, you can use your feet. But
Walk, but
you could use your feet to bend. But anyway, I mean, if you put her against Paku, Paku wins 100% every single time. All she's gonna do.
I'm not gonna give Paku that much credit.
All she's gonna do is water whip every single time. Because what else is she gonna do? What is she gonna do? Tell me.
Turn her.
In other than
Water
turning
into
her
ice.
arms into ice, what can he do to defend against that? Everything, basically everything.
Dude, I just think you don't like her, really. Her character.
I don't have a problem with her character. I mean, granted, her character wasn't in the show very long, and didn't really do much. But I mean, for her to not be okay, I just feel like she didn't do enough for anybody to be like, oh, you're a really good bender. All it was her little nubs being able to make those tentacles. That's it. That's all it was. That's it.
I feel like you're just like putting her down too much. I can agree that she's definitely not going to be the best waterbender.
She's the worst out of all of those names.
I don't want to.
She is the worst. Not that she's bad, because she could still, with her little nubs, be able to make the arms. That's it.
I don't want to say she's the worst though.
She is, Nick.
Dude, I could.
Dude, come on. What is she gonna do against Paku?
Fuck
What is she gonna do
just
against
because
Katara?
that he's a waterbender?
What is she gonna
doesn't
do
mean
against-
that they're gonna
What-
automatically win.
What is she gonna do against?
Dude,
I don't
just
know.
because someone has more options in a fight doesn't mean that they're always gonna come out on top.
Okay, 70% of the time, that is what it means. Right?
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can agree that she's not the best waterbender, but I don't think she's that shit.
I'm not saying she's bad. I'm saying she is the worst out of all of those. Not because the worst doesn't mean bad. The worst just means
From who
not
we
as good
mentioned.
as. She is not as good as any of those other benders, waterbenders. I think if you put her up against Katara, fuck no.
I didn't mention Katara though.
I think if you put her up against
Yeah.
not almost, any other bender, she goes down. Oh, any other waterbender, she goes down almost 100% of the time. Almost 100% of the time. Maybe she gets lucky once and trips them up, but that's about it.
I mean, you're kind of comparing them you're only comparing her to other waterbenders. We've seen her fight in the show and do good against
Okay, fine.
other bendings, but I still understand what you're trying to say.
Did she? Okay, put her up against Bolin. She probably beats Bolin. However, Bolin can lava bend. For whatever reason, you can water bend or lava bend. What's gonna win if you just have an overwhelming amount of each? What's gonna end up happening if you have
Obsidian. They're gonna go to the Nether.
I overlooked that.
Come on, guy. What are you trying to prove here?
Never
But
mind.
no, I get what you're trying to say. Fine. I'll agree that from who we mentioned, she's not as good as the others, but we can obviously say that Katara is the best out of the waterbenders that we mentioned.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Like, one of the
oh
most...
wait, sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
Oh, Korra?
We already had Korra in there. What about Unalaq? Unalaq, who
That's who I was thinking about.
invented spirit bending. Fucking spirit bending. Now, I didn't like the fucking guy, but that was awesome. That was so impressive. I couldn't get that out of my mind for like a week when I saw
There's Unalaq, and then there was the Equalist.
the Equalist. What do you mean?
Who's the head equalist?
Amon?
He was a bloodbender, remember?
Oh, that's right. He was a waterbender. Yeah.
And we see him like create that like tower of water, or whatever he's standing on, and I don't think that's like a really simple act.
Oh, definitely not. Yeah, I get you.
Ah, fuck. Because I mean, we didn't really see Katara. Like the only super impressive scene Katara had was when it was raining and she stopped all the rain around her and had that like permanent.
That was pretty cool.
Space around her.
That was pretty cool.
But I feel like combat-wise, if we're gonna be talking about that, because she's a bit more of a healer.
Obviously, but I mean, she's still.
I'm a healer, but.
But I mean, like, if she wanted to, Katara, I mean, she could bloodbend anybody, and immediately they're done for. Unless you're like got like I guess Aang or maybe.
Yeah, because when she went up against the original bloodbender, she bloodbent her into submission. But let's say that because she was like older or whatever, she was like maybe like not in her fighting prime, and yeah, she's like a bit easier to subdue. Let's put her up against Amon. Do you think she would be as good because they can both bloodbend? So then let's say they both like start bloodbending each other. Like we don't know what's gonna happen in that situation.
Amon is a way better bloodbender than Katara. What Katara is because you pointed this out and I didn't even realize it the first time.
Oh yeah.
He sensed Korra's blood.
Yeah, he was able to find her.
Yeah.
And then like when his brother was going to like blow them up, he sensed that, and that's like why he shed that tear. And when I first saw that, I was like, dude, I'm so smart. But then someone else like made a video on that and pointed it out. I'm like, fuck, now I'm just gonna look like I'm just saying what they said. But
right. But you pointed it out to me the first time, both of those things. I didn't notice either of them. And when I rewatched it, because I did go to rewatch it, fucking crazy. Like, that was so powerful for him to be able to realize both of those things. He's just walking in and he's like, oh, wait, I'm looking this way. I know you're fucking right there. Get over here. And for his brother...
Didn't he bloodbend two people at the same time as well? Oh, wait, no. I mean, the old lady did that too, so I mean, it's not the craziest thing, but...
For his brother, I mean, I don't want to get, like, talking about the story or anything, because that's not what we're talking about. Powerful moment, though. But, yeah, obviously he noticed it, and he just decided not to do anything.
He just accepted it.
Yeah, he accepted it. Double murder-suicide.
So then would we say that Amon would win? Because...
Yeah, Amon would probably be...
And then he's also very skilled... doesn't he know chi blocking too? Yeah, he knows chi blocking anyways.
Does he?
Well, I mean, he's the head of the Equalist, so I would think he knows chi blocking.
Yeah.
So he's... Yeah, I would then... Oh, well, I mean, we're focusing just on the water aspect then. So then, compare... Which one would you say is greater? Inventing spirit bending, which is like really... That was like more just like for the plot itself.
Yeah, but that was like, still really fucking crazy.
Wait, but... Spirit bending, does that have like any advantage like when fighting someone?
Not to fighting...
That was like just for his greater plan to get to... What's the...
Vatu.
But that's like the reason like he got that, just so he could kind of like further that plan. So then I think we could agree that Amon is the best waterbender.
Yes. Yeah, he's definitely the best waterbender. Like, just overall.
Yeah.
But inventing spirit bending is still fucking crazy.
Yeah, like, obviously give credit where it's due, but that's not, like, gonna really help them in a fight.
Not in a fight, but I mean, fuck, man.
It's still very impressive.
Yeah.
So now...
And Korra tried to do it at one point, too, didn't she? And she
I think she fucked up the first time, but she mastered it just because plot.
Oh, right.
But, so, fire or air?
You can choose on this one. I chose last time.
We're gonna go air, because I wanted to just shit on someone that so many people like. So, the people we're going to talk about are Aang, Tenzin, Yang Chen, Jinora, and Gyatso.
Yes. So,
the person I want to shit on is Jinora. Dude, people out here saying, like, she's the best airbender, blah, blah, blah. Like, she's really good with the spirit world and shit like that. Like, she's very spiritually connected.
Nowhere near the best bender, though.
Yeah.
Nowhere near.
She's nowhere near the best for airbending.
I think the main thing that got people to be like, oh, she's definitely the best. I mean, besides obviously her being attached to her spiritual being, was when she helped Korra in the end to defeat Vatu.
That scene really confused me, but that was more spirit stuff. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly. It was all spiritual and whatever. But that's, I think, the one thing that people are like, oh my gosh, she's like a greater, higher power. It's like, no, she's not. She is way more intact with her spiritual self than
more than Tenzin. Tenzin was even jealous of that.
Yeah, because I mean, he's wanted that forever, so he could, fucking make his dad happy.
Yeah, and she was just very naturally gifted and then mastered it.
Mm-hmm.
But we can easily say airbending wise, she's not the best.
Nowhere near.
And then
she's, I mean, I don't even remember I don't remember her airbending at all.
I mean, there was that part where Korra was kidnapped, so then the 3 kids set out on an adventure to find them. Or find her
yeah. But I don't remember her ever actually using her airbending, Jinora. I hardly remember.
Wait, how can we forget about the little kid? I mean, he mastered fart
Milo?
bending.
Fuck
fart
Milo!
No, I know, I hate Milo
He's so
too.
annoying.
I hate it. But what do you call it? So just so we can do ladies first, Yang Chen. We never really even saw anything for her.
We don't get to see enough, at all.
Like Kyoshi, we saw one thing that was very crazy. Yang Chen, we never even saw her airbend to fight wise.
She
so
airbend
we can't really judge her.
She airbend once in the show, and it wasn't for fighting or anything. It was just during the little montage of the different avatars. And she did airbend. She I don't know, airbend the tall grass or something, but that was it.
No, yeah. Point is, we don't have any actual combat knowledge of her.
Yeah. So I guess just for that sake, I don't want to put her at the bottom because I know.
I'll put her above Jinora. I'm putting her above Jinora.
Okay.
She was an avatar. I would think she's pretty good at it. But what do you call it? Then we're gonna get to. I want to get to the dead guy just so we can get him out of the way. Gyatso.
Oh my god.
We don't technically see a fight scene, but
look at all the bodies.
Yeah, we see his body, his skeleton, with 50 plus firebenders nearby, probably
almost 100, I think.
He
wanted all the smoke.
He went out crazy. He was like, if I'm going down, all of you guys are coming with me. All that peace stuff, to the wind, airbent away.
Anyway, dude, he straight up said, you know what? I have morals and I have, things that I actually believe in. I'll throw that shit away if it means I get to live. I mean, he didn't live, but...
Or he probably figured, I'm gonna die here.
Yeah.
So I might as well just go out blazing
fighting.
glory.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. I'm not gonna rank him yet because we need to talk about the other 2. Tenzin and Aang. Aang, we see, he invented the air scooter. That's already very
impressive.
And very impressive. And this is something that I thought about, but then thinking about it more because I was thinking he's such a good bender because he broke out of blood bending, but it's because he went into the avatar state. He broke out of it.
Yeah,
so
it wasn't really.
It
wasn't
bending.
him. He also learned the other side of spirit bending, which is to take away bending. Because there are 2 types of bending. There's spirit bending where you can.
That's air bending.
No. I said the other side of spirit bending. There's 2 sides. Oh no, sorry, that's not spirit bending.
It's just part of the avatar.
It's energy bending. That's what it's called. Energy.
Is that part of airbending? Is that a sub bending of airbending, or is it a 5th thing?
It's its own separate thing. I think it's just for the avatar.
Okay.
Because
then we can't really count that really. But
or no, actually, it's not for the avatar because fucking what's his face did it? Amon. Technically, he took away. Oh no. You're right. It is its own separate thing. We saw it happen. It was fucking wild. Yes. So energy bending is straight up just for the avatar. Wild to see. Just by itself.
Let's push that aside.
Yes.
Airbending.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to mention Zahir.
Oh, son of a bitch.
We'll get to him, but Aang first. Aang, fucking badass airbender, but I feel like his son Tenzin was a better airbender, even though he didn't invent anything.
He was really good.
We see how fucking crazy he beat the shit out of Zahir. Dude,
until that,
he easily would have kicked Zahir's ass
if Zahir wasn't a little bitch
and had all of his combustion lady woman sniping him, and then all the other ones come in and start bullying him or whatever. But Tenzin still did good against the 3 or 4 of them, whatever. He he got the shit beat out of him because
he took it like a fucking champ.
Yeah,
dude.
but that's just it. So I would feel like I can say Tenzin's better than Aang, airbending wise.
Like, as much as I love Aang, I kind of do want to put Tenzin above Aang. Like,
yeah, like we see like that whole like shit he does. Like that was such a good scene.
That was so cool. Okay, he's really flashy with his airbending, and not only is he flashy, he uses it so goddamn well.
Yeah.
The only thing Zahir has on him is that he can fly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna get into plot about him actually flying. I'm not gonna get into the whole like story about that, but like him being able to fly is already like shows like a high level of mastery of airbending. And once again, I don't feel like getting into the plot and anything like that's dumb.
Dude, he had it for like a week and he figured that out.
He like studied it a lot, but once again, I don't want to get
too
much.
But still, it's fucking crazy. Like a week?
Yeah, so I don't want to get too much into plot wise. That was literally plot forced, but what do you call it? Then what do you call it? Then like the one thing that we see that like no other airbender has done is just take their breath away.
That's right. Yes.
That's so.
But the only reason we haven't seen another airbender do that is because they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You know, like they're
morals.
Pacifists.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pacifists.
So we could easily say that airbending would be like the deadliest like bending if they weren't pacifists. But
they wake up every day and choose peace.
They don't want no smoke. So then it just comes down to this because Gyatso, I feel like he was really good, but we didn't actually see anything, so I just wanted to have this between Tenzin and Zahir. Even though Gyatso probably has like a triple their body killer, like their kills.
I get it, yeah.
If they're combined, I'm just sorry, Gyatso, he'll get second no matter what. Because
Gyatso?
Yeah,
okay.
We're just gonna put him at second.
That makes sense.
And then whoever Tenzin or Zahir will get third. But one of them will get first because we've seen more, I guess you can say. I mean, that sounds kind of like what is it called? I'm kind of like contradicting myself because we put Kiyoshi above. But okay. Fuck. Okay, let's just debate between Tenzin and Zahir, say who's better, and then we default Gyatso as the
Between
best.
Tenzin and Zahir, Tenzin's the better bender. By far. I mean, yeah,
Gyatso,
he can't fly, but...
Sorry, not Gyatso. Zahir the only other thing he has better than him is the wind shit, or like taking their breath, but we don't know, like, we don't know if another bender can like deflect that or like do something away or like give himself breath because he's never done it to another airbender, really.
Right.
So we'll say that Tenzin's better than Zahir. But
yeah. I will stand by that.
Tenzin's better than Zahir. We can easily say that. But now do we say that Tenzin's the best airbender, or do we give it to Gyatso because we just see? Because we would just assume he killed all those guys.
I'm gonna give it to Gyatso. I'm gonna give it to Gyatso. Dude. Oh my god.
Because some people could be like, well, technically he could not. Maybe he just didn't kill them, and like
no, he fucking killed them. He killed them.
Like, how else would you explain all those skeletons there? It's not like freaking Ozai came in and was like, all right, I'm gonna kill you all now, and I'm gonna take the credit. Like, no.
If they do end up doing that Avatar series on Netflix, I want to see that scene, or at least part of it, where Gyatso says "fuck it" and he kills all those fucking benders. I want to see.
And if not, and he actually didn't, well then we'll just say Tenzin's the best airbender, but Gyatso's best airbender. What, you got something in your hand or what?
Yeah.
Cooties?
Yes. So we have cooties now.
Now the final element, fire. People to mention:
Zuko, Roku, Ozai, Iroh. We could do what's his face? Zhao.
No.
You don't want to do Zhao?
No, I completely don't even remember hearing of him until you brought it up. So no Zhao.
Okay, so Zuko, Ozai, Iroh, Roku,
Azula,
and that's all I can think of.
Mako.
Oh, Mako. Fuck Mako. You know, I'm not gonna get into it. This
bottom.
Yeah, fuck him.
Not just his character. Fuck him.
Not just his character, because fuck his character, but fuck him. This is Mako. Bottom of the list is down there.
Oh yeah, I don't think we said anything about Korra. Fuck Korra too. Like, I did not like any of her techniques. It was just punch. So,
It was just punch. That's it.
So for waterbending, she's
Punch.
worse.
Kick, punch.
But
kick.
anyways,
That's it.
Mako bottom as well.
Bottom. Fuck him.
All right, now I think we can agree that for most of the show, Azula's better than Zuko until the final battle. Even though she's mentally unstable, she's still extremely powerful, and we see how much Zuko has improved over time. So I would kind of want to say Zuko.
You mean at the top?
No, not the top. I'm just saying like Zuko is better than Azula.
Oh,
like
okay. From
near
what we've
the-
seen in the show, no, it was not.
now, I can easily say that throughout the whole entire show, Azula is way better than Zuko, easily. But that final battle, would you give it to
That final
Zuko?
battle,
or no, because she was mentally unstable?
I mean, she's in the middle of a breakdown, yeah, but that final battle did kind of showcase what Zuko had learned from Iroh. He used like a lot of his moves in that battle were different styles of airbending, earthbending,
Yeah, like
waterbending. Like
the
when
whole
he
like,
creates,
breakdown or whatever.
yeah, like when he creates that wall, right? When Azula, whatever she does, she shoots some kind of fire thing at him, and he creates like this fucking boom, bang, and you see it. It's like, oh shit, that's definitely earthbending, and it's like a big wall that blocks it. Fucking crazy. I think if he had learned that a little bit sooner, he takes it easily.
So then you would say Azula is better than Zuko?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he would have had way more time to figure that shit out.
And I just want to get this guy out of the way. Roku, not the best. I think we can agree he's not the best.
Avatar, but not the best.
Yeah.
Not the best.
Now I don't think Azula can take the top though.
No, Ozai and Iroh are going to be the ones battling that part.
I forgot. I
Definitely.
think that's all we mentioned. So then it's just now between Iroh and, because I'm not like trying to like get a specific like number ranking, but I just want to like mention everyone else, like to say like, oh, who's kind of like worse, better, so we don't like just leave them out there like why mention their name if we're not going to discuss them. But so now Ozai and Iroh, who's the better one? Firebending.
I am going to be completely honest, Iroh. And a lot of people, see it in your face, will disagree because of the crazy shit that Ozai did.
I mean, yeah, it's like he's obviously like the main guy, and we see him in the final battle, so we're gonna get a lot of screen time for him.
However, not only is Iroh his older brother, he's had a little bit more experience. He fucking took down the walls of Ba Sing Se. You remember that scene?
He like actually shot it down or what?
He shot it down during the comet, but I mean, he did it. He's there with the White Lotus, and then all of a sudden, bam! Like that's it. They're gone, and you're like, that's all it fucking took. That's all it took. That's all it took. That's it. All it took was a few breaths. Fuck you, and they're gone. That by itself, we never saw him fly like Ozai or Zuko did.
That'd be kind of funny though.
I mean, yeah, that would have been pretty funny to see it. Technically, he did, because he took himself and the White Lotus on that big like platform, but he wasn't flying himself.
But I thought that was Boomy like moving them forward, because I thought it was on
Was
Earth.
it?
Yeah, I think
It might have been.
Or it was either Boomy or the waterbender guy, the Paco.
Oh, right.
Oh wait,
right.
Paco is pretty fucking good. Never mind. Sorry about the waterbending scene. Paco's pretty good.
Thank you.
Especially since that was like during the comet, and
Yeah,
that would mean
so
he's
there's,
at
like-
his weakest then
Yeah.
technically, and he still was so fucking bad.
That's
Sorry.
wild.
Wait, so then would Paco be the best water? No,
No.
No.
He's not the best, but he's
He's
far
good.
from the worst.
He's good. Okay, sorry. Anyways, okay, I know we've like talked about it before a couple times, but like not like this detail. But like, okay, I'm like now thinking a lot more. Iroh, he's a little more pacifist. He's he's obviously not a straight up pacifist, but he's a bit more pacifist, that's for sure.
than almost anyone else in
From-
Fire Nation.
Yeah, so I think I sided with Ozai pretty much all the time, just because we see how much more aggressive he is. And hand-to-hand combat-wise, I feel like, or no, I feel like after Iroh got all jacked, like we see how jacked he gets. I wish we saw more jacked Iroh, but
after that, he literally went from jacked to fat again. Do you remember that?
Yeah, because like when he was in the spirit world.
Well, no, I mean like still in Avatar.
Really?
He went from jacked.
The last time we saw Iroh was when he was jacked.
Nope. They're all in the tea shop, right? Dude is still fat.
No, I thought that was all before.
No, at the last scene is they're all in the tea shop right before Aang and Katara kiss, and then at the end, but they're all in the tea shop, and Sokka's making that shitty painting.
Oh.
Fucking Iroh's fat.
Whatever. Well, okay, but still.
Anyway.
Just bending wise, fire bending wise. Ozai is definitely a lot more aggressive, but I feel like
Iroh's still better. Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Because we see how like much Iroh has learned from like other bendings, I feel like he would then like be a better bender. Okay, yeah. I'm like now kind of like opening myself up because like I've like always been like Ozai because we see how crazy he goes in the final battle, and we just don't see as much of Iroh to say like compared to Ozai. But like I'm just kind of like thinking about like how much he's like actually learned, and like just like the fact that he's a bit more pacifist. So I guess I can agree that Iroh's
that's what I was gonna bring up. Not the pacifist thing.
How he's learned from like other bendings.
Yeah, like when he was teaching Zuko how to lightning bend, or at least how to channel it. Telling him, I learned this technique from the waterbenders. Oh shit, okay, cool. And he doesn't specify anything else, but you can tell, he learned.
The fact that he's learned like different like styles, like analyzing different bending and then implementing it into his own.
Yes.
Just shows that he's very smart as well. And then a very skilled firebender.
Yeah, obviously.
So then I think I can easily now say that Iroh is the best firebender.
100% Iroh is on top. Ozai is kind of like right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like Azula Zuko. And then fuck everyone else, basically.
So now
let me rephrase. Fuck Mako and Roku's fine.
Let's go through who's the best of each one. So non-bending.
Sokka.
Water bending.
The water bending was, did we say Katara? No, we said Amon.
Earth bending
is Kyoshi.
Air.
Tenzin.
Gyatso, right?
Oh yeah, we did say Gyatso. We said Gyatso.
Because we're just gonna assume that he killed like 50 guys before his like, and he was really old when he did that too. So if we were assuming he's in his prime, he could do a lot more.
And when he gets his butt kicked in Pai Shoal.
And then finally firebending Iroh.
Yes. So Iroh, Gyatso, Amon, Kyoshi, and Sokka.
Yes. And if they all fight, Appa would win.
Oh. I mean, technically, he kind of does have that thirst for blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Appa doesn't care. He'll kill anyone. But yeah, that's our evaluation on who's the best bender from each bending.
And non-bending.
Yeah. But yeah, that's this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment what we should talk about or who you think is the best bender of each bending. And then if you have any suggestions for videos, I saw someone say Star Wars.
I know Star Wars, and he kind of knows Star. We don't know enough though.
Yeah,
like I would totally be down to talk about it. It's just
we don't know enough to like actually talk about it.
I would like have so many like holes in everything that I'm saying. It wouldn't make sense.
I've only seen like 2 or 3 Star Wars movies, anyways, too. So none of them are in order. But yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
But yeah. That's this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one.